Today I'm going Middle Eastern with these delicious homemade pita breads. There are different ways to make them, but as I wanted to see the results using the most traditional ingredients first, I've gone back to basics in this video. I tried to focus on technique and was pleasantly surprised with the results. They were soft, puffed up and had the signature pita pocket. Now let me show you how I made them. Let's start by making the dough. So for this, add flour, sugar, yeast and salt to a large mixing bowl. Give everything a good whisk, then make a well in the centre and pour in the oil and water, which needs to be warm. Use my water measurements as a guide only, because all flour absorbs water differently, so I would start with 1 tablespoon less than the measurements I've given, then add the rest as required. And if the dough is still dry after adding all of the water, then add an extra 1 to 2 teaspoons to get the right consistency, which is what we'll come on to next. Mix the ingredients together until it forms a ball. The dough will come away from the sides, but it will feel a bit sticky. Not sticky enough that bits of the dough will get stuck to your hands, but enough that it doesn't form a smooth ball. Now tip the dough out onto your work surface and it's time to knead. The technique for kneading is press, stretch, fold and turn. So press down on the dough, stretch it out, fold it back, then turn it 90 degrees and repeat. Knead for around 8 to 10 minutes or until the dough becomes smooth, elastic and easy to handle. Notice I'm not adding any extra flour, you don't need it. Even if the dough sticks to your work surface initially, after a bit of kneading it will come together nicely. You need a high hydration dough for pita, because the extra water creates steam and this is what makes them soft, puff up and have pockets. Adding flour while kneading will dry the dough out and it could prevent the puff you're looking for. Once your dough is smooth and elastic, place it into a well-oiled bowl, rubbing a little oil on top too. Then cover it with a damp towel and let it rise for around an hour or until it is doubled in size. Now tip it back onto your work surface and divide the dough into 8 equal portions. And if you want to be precise, mine weighed 76 grams each. Take a piece of your dough, then press down to flatten and degas it. Then fold and pinch the edges into the centre. Turn it over and using the work surface and your fingers, continue to shape until your dough forms a nice round smooth ball. Now cover and let your dough balls rest for 5 minutes. This allows the gluten to relax and stops the dough springing back too much while rolling. Sprinkle your work surface and the top of your dough with flour. Press it down and it's time to roll. The most important thing when rolling your pita is to get the right thickness and keeping it even. Too thick and you end up with a bread roll. Too thin and you won't get a pocket. If you really want to get it perfect, then weigh your dough balls out to 76 grams each, then roll it out to a 15cm circle. I would also recommend trying to roll your pitas round, not because they look pretty, but because it really helps to achieve an even thickness. For this you need to start by getting your dough as flat as possible. Then you need to ensure that you've dusted your work surface with flour, and if at any point you feel the dough is sticking, then flour the work surface and the top of your dough a little more. Finally, you need to try and keep your dough moving in a circular motion while rolling. I explain how to do this in my roti video, which I'll leave a link for in the description box below. Once ready, place your rolled pitas onto a lined baking tray, cover with a damp towel and allow them to rise for a further 20 to 30 minutes or until they've puffed up slightly. While you're waiting, preheat your oven. Then place your pita breads into the oven and cook for around 3 minutes or until they've puffed up. Remove from the oven and cover with a clean towel until you're ready to serve. There you have it, soft, perfectly puffed up pita breads with a pocket. It's definitely worth giving them a go. They really are delicious.